If you think a dangerous man is loud, aggressive, or physically dominant, you've already misunderstood power. The most dangerous man in the room, he doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't seek attention, and he doesn't need validation. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why most men will never become him. Welcome to the Monk Matrix. 1. Emotional control under pressure. A dangerous man does not react, he observes. When insulted, he studies. When challenged, he measures. When provoked, he calculates. Most men are ruled by stimulus. Someone disrespects them, anger. Someone ignores them, insecurity. Someone criticizes them, defensiveness. That's weakness disguised as masculinity. Emotional control is not suppression, it is mastery. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If someone else can control your emotions, they control you. Ask yourself right now, who controls your emotional state? 2. Strategic silence. Weak men explain themselves. Dangerous men move in silence. They don't announce plans. They don't broadcast ambition. They don't argue to prove intelligence. They execute. Silence creates psychological tension. It makes people underestimate you. It makes competitors uncertain. It makes enemies uncomfortable. Noise is insecurity. Silence is calculation. Notice something. The loudest man in the room is rarely the most capable. But silence alone isn't enough, because if silence is not backed by this next trait, it becomes passivity, and that's not power. 3. Controlled aggression. Aggression is not violence. It's intensity directed with precision. A dangerous man has aggression, but it's leashed. He channels it into training, business skill, discipline, self-respect. Most men either explode or they suppress. Both are unstable. Controlled aggression is like a blade, sharp but sheathed. He doesn't look for fights, but he never fears them. Here's the question. If pressure increased in your life tomorrow, would you sharpen or shatter? Because trait 4 is where true separation happens. This is where average men quit. 4. Detachment from validation. A truly dangerous man is not hungry for applause. He does not build his identity from likes, praise, female attention, social approval. He operates from internal standards. When validation disappears, he does not collapse. That's terrifying in a world addicted to approval. Because when a man no longer validation. He becomes unpredictable. He makes decisions based on principle, not popularity. Think carefully. How many of your decisions are influenced by how you'll be perceived? Now here comes the final trait, and this is the one that ties everything together. 5. A code he will not break. This is the foundation. Without this, everything else is unstable. A dangerous man lives by a code, not emotion, not impulse, not convenience. A code. It defines what he tolerates, what he walks away from, what he protects, what he destroys. And once that code is set, it does not bend under pressure. That's what makes him dangerous. Because predictable men can be manipulated. Principled men cannot. Now let's close the open loops. At the start, I told you the most dangerous man doesn't seek attention. Now you understand why. He controls his emotions. He moves in silence. He channels aggression. He rejects validation. And he lives by a code. That combination creates a man who cannot be shaken, baited, or steered. And here's the real question. Are you becoming that man? Or are you still reacting, explaining, proving, and chasing? This isn't about being feared. It's about being unmovable. Welcome to the Monk Matrix. Build power,